Take a look at the sheer size of this massive vessel. Slow-moving commercial tankers like this navigate the globe daily, and roughly 20% of the world's entire oil supply relies on them passing through one specific, highly contested waterway. This map shows the Strait of Hormuz. At its absolute narrowest point, this critical maritime choke point is only 21 nautical miles wide. That geography forces these massive, clumsy ships to sail perilously close to the Iranian coast. That tight squeeze provides the perfect geography for an anti-access and area denial strategy. The Iranian military layers this narrow corridor with naval mines, hidden land-based cruise missiles, and overlapping radar networks to trap passing ships. Instead of relying heavily on a traditional blue-water navy, they patrol this layer of defense with swarms of heavily armed fast attack boats, which are specifically designed to close in quickly and harass or board larger targets. From the shore, mobile land platforms launch cheap, loitering UAVs. These drones stay airborne to track, target, and dive bomb ships in the confined space below. Put those elements together, the narrow shipping lanes, the swarming boats, and the coastal missiles, and you get an environment where a traditional, deep-water U.S. supercarrier becomes a liability. In these shallow waters, a carrier's reaction time drops to mere seconds, making it far too vulnerable to enter the strait. To operate in a congested coastal environment, the U.S. military deploys a different tool, specialized amphibious assault ships like the Wasp or America class. At 45,000 tons, it functions as a highly mobile, shallow-water expeditionary base. The primary fixed-wing asset on board is the F-35B Lightning II. Because it is capable of short takeoffs and vertical landings, it can operate off these smaller decks to hunt down hidden coastal missile batteries using stealth and advanced sensor networking. Alongside the stealth fighters, a ship carries Viper and Venom helicopters. These lightweight rotary-wing aircraft excel at close air support, giving the fleet a dedicated tool to chew through fast-attack boat swarms before they reach the hull. But launching state-of-the-art aircraft doesn't make the mothership invisible. A massive floating platform operating this close to hostile shores remains a massive target for cheap, asymmetric threats. Imagine a $20,000 explosive drone skimming just above the waves, racing directly toward the ship at low altitude to evade long-range radar. To survive, these amphibious ships rely on multiple autonomous layers of defense. The outer shield consists of RIM-116 and Sea Sparrow missiles, which use a combination of radar and infrared homing to intercept threats before they breach the ship's perimeter. If a drone or missile slips past the outer layer, the close-in weapon systems engage. This autonomous phalanx CIWS uses a dedicated radar and a multi-barrel rotary cannon to track and shred anything that reaches the final defensive gap. This overlapping shield ensures the ship can survive a barrage, but staying afloat is not the same as winning the fight. You cannot clear the strait from the water alone. You have to push heavy armor onto the shore. To transition to ground offense, the ship opens a gateway at its stern, allowing seawater to violently flood a massive internal well deck. This flooded bay serves as the launch pad for the LCAC hovercraft. By traveling at speeds over 40 knots, these vessels cut transit times drastically, offering a severe tactical upgrade over slow, traditional landing craft. This chart visualizes global landing zone accessibility. Traditional landing boats are restricted to roughly 17% of the world's shorelines. Because hovercraft glide seamlessly over a cushion of air, they can bypass mudflats, reefs, and naval mines, increasing accessible landing zones to 80%. With a massive 75-ton payload capacity, they provide the exact lift required to rapidly deploy a heavily armored M1 Abrams tank onto a hostile beach. When you combine that speed, terrain flexibility, and heavy payload, amphibious forces gain the ability to launch over-the-horizon assaults. They can strike where enemy defenses are weakest, while keeping the Wasp-class mothership safely out of coastal missile range. Once the Marines hit the beach, their immediate task is to push inland. By securing the coastal terrain, they physically dismantle the enemy's radar and missile sites, blinding the local A2AD network. Then they flip the script. The Marines deploy their own mobile anti-ship and air defense systems on the captured islands, establishing a secure counter-denial zone that protects international shipping lanes from further attacks. A multi-billion-dollar aircraft carrier can dominate the skies and destroy infrastructure from hundreds of miles away. But aircraft cannot secure streets or hold territory. Dismantling a heavily fortified maritime chokepoint requires an amphibious warship that can deliver well-armed boots on the ground.